think it started.
Okay, right. So coming to overview page, basically the overview page. So as I told you, it's a very rare requirement, and so mostly you don't get this requirement, but still, since the template is there, so I just explain. So whenever the client want to see some overview of a few, you know, overview on his, basing on his business need, he want to see some overview picture of, like, how many, some brief overview on some products, some brief overview on his, some sales. Okay, so some other overview on something else. So basically, it shows some overview related things actually. Okay, so hope you understand what is overview. Just a, high level information you want to see at a glance. Okay, so in that case, the overview page will come into picture. Overview page. All right. So basically, the overview page is a collection of cards. Okay, collection of cards which are called overview page cards. So we have few types of cards like list card, and then we have table card. Okay, and then we have some stack card. Okay, link card, like that. Basically what it does, it displays the information. So each card displays the information in its own style. That's it. Okay, so nothing much on the overview page. Basically the overview page purpose is, so whenever you want to see a high level overall view on some particular things, then so you can use the overview page. Okay, so in real time, very less requirement. Okay, so I just worked once on the real time, and most of the clients will not ask this overview page at all. Okay, so just as I told you, the list, the template is there, so that's the reason I'm just explaining you this project from template. And if you want to see the overview page, yeah, so this is the overview page. So list report application we have covered. So overview page. So click next. So give the project name Oasis Batch 44 OVP, stands for overview page. And namespace com dot oasis dot overview page. So give the same for as a title, all those stuff, not a problem. And select your service. So click next and finish, and then we'll add the annotations. So here it is asking you to give some alias name for your data source. So our data source means our OData actually. So I'm just, you can give anything, not a problem. So I'm just giving product service survey. Okay, and entity type for filter. So it also creates a global filter, like, so you can select any of the entity to filter your records. So that is also possible, just like the way we have seen yesterday in list report application. Okay, and container layout. So just select resizable, so that you can just drag and drop the cards from here to here, here to here. You can drag actually. So click finish. And this is also purely a notation based application, so you no need to write any code in the front end. So this is your application. Open this and create annotations folder. Right click, new, Annotations, where is this? Sorry, new, create a folder first. Annotations, click OK. So right click on this, new annotation file. Okay, so same like yesterday, and it is giving some name. If you don't want to see this name, you can write your own name, but keep it as it is and click finish. Now open your annotation file. So in this annotation file, you need to add the annotations. So I'm going to write annotations on the products entity. So select products entity, right, local annotations. So each type of, in the overview page, so we just display the cards actually. So each card display a overall information on some particular entity, okay, like the number of products you have, or sales you have, some different informations actually. Okay, so that is basically the purpose of overview. So first I will start the list card. So for that you need to add the annotations. So click plus. So for the list card and table card, the annotations are same. That is line item annotation you need to use. So select line item and click on plus. Add the data field as many as you want. So for example, you want product ID. Click plus. Take the label. Click OK. So give the string as product ID. Okay, and you also need to give a importance annotation just like yesterday. Okay, so one data field is over, so add another data field. So this is again, let me take product name, and to this data field add the label, product name, and again click plus. Sorry, yeah, click plus and give the importance annotation, and this is high. So if you want to add one more, you can add, not a problem. Click plus, and this is so for example, you want to display some product price, so you can select the label, string, price, give the importance, right. So line item annotation, so this annotation will be helpful for displaying list card as well as table card. So once the annotations has been written, now you can add the card to your overview page. So as of now, your overview page is created, but the page is blank. So one second, there might be, yeah, I have not selected high, so it's throwing error. So there is one more error. Okay. So if there are any errors in the annotation, it shows you with a red color. So as you have seen. So at this moment, if you run your application, so it gives you a blank overview page without any cards because you have not added any card. So now you need to add the card. So how can you add the card? So save your application, right click on the project, new, and select card, this one. And whatever the card you want, you can select. For example, I want this list card. Select, click next. And you just need to select the entity set, product set, give some title, my products overview. Okay, and the remaining things not required. Authorization, it automatically select whatever it needs actually. This also not required. Annotation path. So list is type List flavor. I'm selecting standard. So you can just select different options here. You can play around, not a problem. Sort by, if you want to sort by product name, so you can just take it. Sort order ascending, and these values will automatically picked up by your through the annotation. So you can just proceed next, and if you want to restrict the card size to these many rows and this many columns, so you can mention the rows and columns like 5. So 5 rows 6 columns will give you only that particular size of the card. So if you don't give anything, so it automatically takes the default size, so you can just leave it as a default size. So now I added one card, and if I run this application, so you will get the overview page with one card. So just run the HTML file. So it's running. So let us see how it looks. So it will ask your credentials while hitting the OData service as usually. It has connected to the server. Okay, so you got, you got one card. See, this is called list card. So you can see totally we have 8 products, but it can't show all the products because it's a overview. Okay, see, if I have 1,000 products and if it is displaying 1,000 products, that is not the purpose of the overview page. The overview page purpose is to show you some overview on some particular thing that you want to showcase. That's it. Okay, so it is showing you 3 out of 8 cards. Okay, just to show some overall view. That's it. So this is basically
Can,
called list card. Yeah.
can you choose like maybe highest value of products, maybe 3 or 4, something like that? Or
For that you can sort by descending order of price. So as I sorted out basing on the product name, I have sorted out. You can see cooler, laptop, mobile. So in the option you have the sort order, right? So in the sort order you can so mention sort order by product price. So for example, whatever the card that you have added, okay, so that sort card will come in manifest.json. So like card 000. So here you can come here and you can change the properties also, like product price. So you want descending. So let me write DSC. Okay, so but the card will show only top three, so it won't show more than that. So I'm just refreshing the application. So whatever the properties those you have selected through the wizard, those you can see here in a manifest.json file. Okay, like card. So the list card, sap.ovp.cards.list card. So whatever you have selected in the wizard, those are visible here. Okay, and few things it automatically pick up as I told you. So now you can see 50,000, 25, 10. So descending order of price. Okay, so that's how we can do. So you don't have much control here. So this is a standard thing actually. So which is there is no coding that you are writing. You are just writing a notation, and so you are building this one. And so another flavor like list is table. So you can for table also you can use the same annotation. So you no need to write another annotation. You can just add the card. So new, you can select card and select table card. Click next, and again next. Select the entity set, product set. So give the title like products overview. And so these annotations not required actually. These will be automatically picked up. So that's why you no need to do any selection here. So right, so sort by, if you want to select product price, sort order descending, you can select here itself. Click next and finish. So just save this and refresh your application. So you'll get a table card also. So this shows you like a table. You can see column names, product ID, product name, price. Okay, and you can see some 5 table can show some 5 out of 5 products. So this is also in the descending order of price. Okay, so these cards can be shrinked actually shrinked, or these cards can be so you can just place this card at any position of the overview page. Like this, you can just drag and drop actually. Okay, right. So this is basically the table card, and on the same annotation there is one more card called link card. So let me add it. So this particular link list actually, so this is also a list kind of. Okay, but it also comes with the icon if you already have any. Okay, so these 3 cards almost same behavior actually. So you just need to select the entity set, products overview. So link list standard, sort by product price, descending. So click next, next and finish. Okay, now so again just refresh your application. I don't got any. Wait for a while. So I think we need to write one more annotation kind of for this. Linked list, linked card. So the data is not coming. So even I worked very less, as I told you. So only once I worked. So maybe another annotation is required for this. What annotation we can write for this? Line item is the one, and so let me try adding another annotation. So there is another annotation called header information. So I'm just trying with this. Normally this annotation is required for the next card called stack card, but I'm just having a try here. So type name means just a singular text, singular title that you want. Type name plural means, so when you have multiple products, it shows the plural name. So type name plural, we call it as, this is type name, this is type name plural. So when there is a single product, what is the name you want? When there are multiple products, what is the name you want? That is a meaning here. So title I am just showing as product name. Okay, and so you can also have some product label. Okay, let me save this. I'm not sure about this annotation. Actually, I forgot the link, this link list annotation. There might be some other I will try. Otherwise, I will just go through the previous annotation and copy that. And frankly, this overview page I'm teaching only for your batch. Yeah, so this is basically the right annotation. So it just give you a list of some product names or list of some overall view actually. So that is linked list, but we don't use this also much actually, the linked list, because these three almost look same. Yeah, sorry guys, got a call from institute. Yeah, so this is basically the linked list type of card. So from my experience, so mostly out of these three cards, list card, table card, and linked list, you will use only one card because all these three show a similar kind of data actually. So that's the reason we don't use uh, the cards much here. So the stack card just shows, the number. The stack card main purpose is it shows, for example, I have 9 products, it shows 9 out of 10. And when you click this particular stack card, it starts showing all the 9 products. So at max it can show some 40, so not more than that. Okay, so let us add this stack card, then you will understand. So for the stack card, the annotation is header information. So the same annotation can be used for the stack card also. But in the stack card, there is a bug actually at this moment. So this overview page was, it's not a very old template. It was a new template actually. So in the newer version, this particular stack card is having a small bug actually. So I will show you that bug also. So maybe it will be rectified very soon. So right click on this and add the new card, and select stack card, click next, and again click next. So select your entity set, give this title is this particular title, so it looks like this actually. Okay, so title you can give something like stack product something. Okay, I'm just giving something, doesn't matter. So annotation path, these will be automatically taken, no, not a problem. So click finish. So select, now we should get a stack card. Yeah, this is what I was telling you. So stack card, and when you start click this particular section, so you can see all the 5 cards like this. It opens all the 5 cards like this. So you can see it here, right? Okay, so when you just scroll your mouse to left, so the cards will start scrolling left and the cards will start scrolling right. I think the start card can show a maximum of 5. Actually, it is having a limitation, so it can't show you all. So it will show a maximum of 40 cards only, 40 products only. And so it is displaying the product name. You can see laptop, mobile, cooler, grinder, okay, and pen and all. So basically the bug is, so we have a annotation to display some information in the body. This is called body section, but that annotation is as of now not working. So so even I raised it so in SEN, but so they said in the newer version, so they are also unable to display the data in the body. Okay, so I tried a lot. So within my company, we were playing with these cards actually, so that whenever the client, I worked for client only once in the 2018. So, but after that, in 2018, we have found that this has been little enhanced, and you can drag and drop the cards, resize the cards. Okay, so all these features added, and this particular stack card is having this problem. So even we add the annotations, they are not displaying actually. So even we are experimenting on that. Okay, so these are the 4 types of cards, and the last type of card is like a chart card actually, so which is called analytical card. That means you can display a chart, you can display some chart as a overview. So for example, for that you definitely need to add annotations. So the annotation must be a chart type of annotation. So I'm writing that. So click plus and you need to write chart. And this chart type you need to select. So you can select a column chart, a donut chart, so whatever you want. So for example, I am selecting a column chart. So let me select, or otherwise you can also select a donut chart. So I selected donut chart, and again click on plus, sorry, click on the UI chart, and you need to add measure attribute and dimension attribute annotations. Okay, and under measure you need to select measure type. Okay, so these annotations, you have to remember actually. So it's not easy to remember until unless you practice. And again under the measure attribute, you need to select measure. And now, so whatever you want to display as a value, I want to display product price as a value. So in my donut chart looks like a pie chart. Okay, so the value I have given, and dimension means your x-axis value kind of. Okay, so you need to select chart dimension attribute, and again this is called dimension. Select it. So as a dimension I want product name. So now the graph will be displayed against product name versus your price. So product name, price. So with product name and price you will get a chart. So with this the chart is over. So in 2018, with this single annotation, you use it to get the chart card actually. Okay. So first I will show you by saving this, and I will add the card. All of you observe. So right click, new card. So this is called analytical card. Okay. So click next. But in 2019, what we observed is, so first of all, let me select product set. So title doesn't matter. So in 2019, we have not found any blog also. So in my company, I was just experimenting on that, like a POC, point proof of concept. So this particular annotation, KPI annotation path, so this is asking, and so without this, we are not able to proceed next actually. Okay, if you see the next button is disabled, so it is asking a KPI annotation path. But if you go to Google Blogs, so they belongs to some 2017, and at that time this particular KPI annotation was not asked. So just with this particular chart annotation itself, it used it to display. So in 2019, this particular KPI annotation path is asking. So what is this KPI annotation path? So we have searched in Google, but we not found. Just over a month, 1 month back, I was just out of my curiosity, I was just experimenting, and I found something, and I am about to create a blog for this overview page for this particular KPI, this particular analytical card with the 2018 version, 19 version. So what I found that I am showing you now. So this is my own experiment which I have done, and I found this solution. So you have seen that the next button is not enabled until unless you have some KPI annotation path. So by looking at that, so I thought like KPI stands for a key performance indicator. Like you need to add at least one field as a key performance indicator, like price, or if you have sales, if you have any other like profits. So you need to add at least one key performance indicator, then only I feel it will come. So with my assumption, I just proceed, and in my plus I just I have with some trial and error I typed KPI here. So I found some KPI annotation, but finding this KPI annotation is not great. But again, inside the KPI, whatever the sub annotations are there, that information is also not there. So I just experimented here. So this is the KPI annotation, means key performance indicator. So you need to have at least one key performance indicator, then only it will display the card. So in the selection variant, so I just selected select options, so which the only thing that I know. So this entirely is a R&D that I have done. I am showing you now. and here select option type I selected. So this is basically selection variant, means you have to provide some selection variant. It can't display all the products, so you have to select some, just like Prasad told, like top 5, something like that. So I'm selecting product price here. Okay, and again select this and you click ranges. So in the ranges, this is a select option table kind of select selection range type, and now you can see this gives you, this is low, medium, high, sign option, see sign option low, so which you already know, right? So I'm selecting the sign as include, option as for example greater than, and I will go to a decimal, so greater than some 10, okay, 10 rupee, or sorry, greater than 10,000 or 1,000. Okay, let me write 10,000, doesn't matter. Okay, so this is one selection, this is called selection variant actually. So you have given the selection variant actually already. So this is over. And then data point. So data point is another annotation which you can so which you can select. So I'm selecting product price again as my data point. Sorry, this is a string, right? So my data point. So what is data point? Data point is like a kind of indicator. So it's an indicator like what are the like number of records with that particular price. Okay, so something like that actually data point is all about. So as I told you, this annotation itself is not there in 2018. So this is something which I experimented. So let us select something and see the output. So I selected the data point as my data point and value as product price. Right. So in addition to this, even I tried with these two annotation and tried by going to that particular, again by to add the card, but still it was not happening. Then I understand that still some more annotation is needed. And so here I just click plus and I found something called detail here. So I just want to see what is detail and selected that. So under the detail again, I found something default presentation variant. So I added that, and inside the default presentation variant, so there is something called visualizations. Okay. So I selected all and I experimented. Then at the finally I understand that the correct annotation to add is visualization. Okay. So under this visualization, you need to select item and you need to link your chart here. So your chart is this one. So basically what I understand is your chart annotation is different and your KPI annotation is different. So in 2018, only the chart annotation is enough to display the chart card. But in 2019, he is making KPI as a mandatory annotation. So under the KPI annotation, so you are linking this chart under the detail annotation under default presentation variant, and you can see visualization. So under the visualization, you have linked your chart. Okay, so which indicates that I want to represent this particular key performance indicator using this chart. That is the meaning. Okay, I want a chart, but using this key performance indicator like my product price. So greater than 10,000, whatever the products which are greater than 10,000, I want to display them. Okay, so this is my key performance indicator, which will be displayed using this chart. Okay, so now let us save this. Now go to new, add the card, select analytical card, click next, next, select products, title, my products chart, and now what happened here? KPI annotation, it should come now at least. Did I saved it? This is, let me check once again, chart type, measure. Okay, measure is there, dimension is product name, this is product price, this is product name. Okay, so this is fine, chart is fine. KPI, selection variant, select options, again product price, ranges, low, medium, high, include greater than decimal 10,000. Okay, is this decimal or float? Give me 1 second. Product price, it's decimal, that's correct. Data point, detail, default presentation variant, visualization, UI chart. So everything looks good actually. This should come. So let me try adding it again. So right click, new card, chart card, product set. This is too much. One second. So I have created this separately also. Overview page with analytical OVP analytical card. Okay, so this I have done very recently. So let me run this project. I will compare with these annotations, but I feel this is same. Only for analytical I created separately. See, this is also having two measure attribute. Okay, dimension attribute. Okay, same. When this is coming, why that is not coming? Selection variant, data point, detail. This is also having selection variant, data point, detail. Selection variant, select options. This is product name, price. Okay, ranges. So ranges, did I give anything? Okay, so I have given greater than 0. That's okay. Then data point, I have given title value. Same to same. And detail, so Okay, default presentation variant, we need to add one more actually. So instead of visualization, I need to add one more. That is the problem. Okay. So in default presentation variant, so instead of visualization, so you also need to add some property you need to add under how you want to visualize your chart. So like order, max items like that. So I'm selecting sort order again. Okay, so under the sort order, I'm selecting sort order type, and here I'm selecting sort by price, and I want it by descending order. So you can select descending order true. Okay, so this is missing actually. So you can see the chart only when you add some default presentation variant, how you want to see them. Like, there are so many options like sort by or max or some other options under this one default visualization. You can see max items group by total like that. So now save this. I think this was my new card that I was running. So anyway, this will come now. So let me try adding the card now. So where is your project? This is batch 44 analytical card. Okay, so this is your project. Okay, so I have added that in your batch 44, this one, and this is your other one, annotations.xml, right? So now add your card, right click, new card. This is your analytical card. Click next. So at least this time it should show. Array yaar, what happened to this? Yeah, I added it right. Why it is not showing now? Is this? So let me compare again. I think something is missing. See, remembering this is not easy job actually. So even and actually these are very advanced things and very less used in project. I just want my students to be aware of this, like a high level detail, default presentation variant, visualization. Any difference you can see? No, right? Mostly same except the order actually. So sort order also I have given product price boolean descending. Okay, so the except this is at the top and this is at the bottom. That anyway we can make it up actually by click this one. Move down. Why it is not working? Move up and down. Otherwise, let me delete these two. Okay, default presentation variant, sort order I have written. Okay, so click plus, and now I need to use visualizations. So under visualization, I need to add our chart. Okay, so this is the exact annotation that I have used here. So you can see selection variant, data point, sort order, visualization. So same thing here, KPI. Selection variant, data point. After data point, do I have detail? Yes, I have detail. And detail is having default presentation variant, sort order, visualization. This is also KPI, detail, default, sort order, visualization. So same two things, KPI and chart. Okay, let me save this because it looks as it is. But if it is not coming, it will be a surprise for me also. But we have done as it is. Maybe I'll just try refreshing this project. Okay, so right click new card. Next. That is not coming, then gone. Again, something is wrong. This next button will enable only if it is able to select KPI annotation path. But it is not able to select this KPI annotation path. But how it got added in my previous project, that I am not sure. You can see, right? So the same annotation I have used, KPI and chart annotation, selection variant, data point and detail. So everything is same, but it was working. So however, I will just show you this one. So both are same, guys. You can see the annotations, OEP analytical card. Okay, so I just want to show you how it looks. There might be a small property mistake or something. Let me check. We'll just show you the output at least, how the analytical card looks. But I think this was using a column chart. Wait for a while. Just loaded the chart. Yeah. So this is how your analytical card will get displayed. Okay. So like you have given some criteria, like you want the products greater than something, so that count it is displaying. But if you see, this is basically the chart it is displaying over here. So this is how. So if you select do not, so it will display it like a pie chart. Okay. But I have used the same annotation, guys, but I'm little surprised why it is not able to pick up the KPI annotation. So I'll just, I'll just get into this again. But basically, so I'm showing you both the annotations here in your, before your, screen itself. So this is my other project's annotation and this is batch 44 annotation. So I found there absolutely no difference. See the KPI annotation and chart annotation. So here also KPI annotation, chart annotation. So under the chart, so we have used do not here, but here we have used column. So let me select, that is the only difference. Let me select column, but it doesn't have any difference. You can display it by using any of that type actually. Okay, so I feel this is the only difference and no other difference. So chart, measure attribute, dimension attribute, we already cross-checked. And KPI also we have cross-checked the selection variant, data point and detail. So here also KPI, selection variant, data point and detail. So detail has default presentation variant, sort order, visualization. So sort order is fine, same. Selection variant is also same. So ranges you have given. So there I have given 0, here I have given 10,000, but doesn't matter. Now save this. So for the last try, guys, because I have spent almost 1 day to find out this annotation. So this is, so even you can search in Google, you can't find this analytical card annotations in 2019. So right click new. So you'll find only chart annotation. That's it. The KPI annotation was not there previously. So no, no luck, guys. Okay, so I just need to cross check this. But however, so basically on an overall level, what I'm telling you, so this topic itself, frankly, nobody will cover and not needed also that much at this moment, because these are little changing now and then. Okay, so as I told you, in 2018 only chart annotation is required. Now the KPI annotation has been added. So like this, and that to those people who mainly looks for a overview page, requirement is also very less. So at that time you can use. So by the way, the chart type and the card will look like this. Okay, so it looks exactly like this. Right. So with this, basically your template-based Fiori applications are over. Okay. So in template-based Fiori application, you have so only these, out of which the major things are your Fiori master detail and Fiori master detail CRUD and Fiori work list templates. So these three are the major. And so if you are, yesterday we have discussed the list report application. So this is one of the major. So if you, if your requirement is only to display large volume of data and a search on top of it, and on the search result, when you click on any row, if you want to go to any other page and display the basic details along with the line item details. So in that case, the list report application will help. Okay, so I personally worked for a client for this list report application. Okay, as well as all these the previous templates. So with this, basically the development of Fiori application development is over. Okay, now coming to standard Fiori extension. Okay, so to extend a standard Fiori application, so SAP has given five techniques. So you need to apply those 5 techniques and need to perform this Fiori extension application. Okay, standard Fiori extension. So the standard Fiori extension can be done only by using SAP Web IDE. So you cannot done by using Eclipse. Okay. So here we have the option in SAP Web IDE to do the extension. So click new and there is a extension project. Okay. So you need to click select from, so where is your original application? So whatever the original application you want to extend, so you need to select the original application like this, SAP UI5. So my original application is present in my server. So you need to select SAP UI5 ABAP repository and select your system. So this is my system, EHP7 Direct. And then it will give you the list of standard applications. So from there you can select whatever the application that you want to extend. So it will pull down all the standard applications to here. So meanwhile, I will just list down the techniques that SAP has given. So to extend any standard Fiori application, so SAP has given only 5 techniques. Okay, so you have to do with only these 5 techniques. You can't do as the way you want. No, the standard Fiori applications has to be extended by using any of these 5 techniques only. Okay, and when you are extending the standard Fiori application, you should be very cautious So first one is called view modification. Second one is called view extension. Third one is called view replacement. Fourth one is called controller extension. Fifth one is called controller replacement. Okay, so these are the 5 techniques that SAP has given to do the extension of standard Fiori application. Okay, so here, so in the real-time perspective, if you ask me what are the techniques we use much, so we use view modification, view extension, view replacement, and controller replacement. So we don't use controller extension much. So however, you need to understand what is each and every technique stands here. So it has pulled down all the standard Fiori applications into our list. Okay, so you can select any of these applications. So for example, so I'm just taking a approval based application. One second. So I'm just selecting approve requisitions, MMPR APV. So click OK. And now this is your standard application. MMPR APV is your standard application. And the extension project for this is MMPR APV extension 1. So why it is extension 1? I think so for the previous batch, there might be another project. That's why it is creating 1 in my web ID. Okay. And select this checkbox import original application also and click next. And uncheck this checkbox, open extension project in the extensibility pane. Just uncheck this and click finish. So now you have both original application as well as its extension project. Both will be loaded into SAP Web ID. Okay, so you can see PRAPV extension 1. This is our project actually. So let me delete this. Oh, it has created. 1 second. I will just show you this entire process again. So let me delete. PRAPV extension. Delete. It has multiple things, so I'm just deleting these. Okay, so I will show you once again. So how to extend a standard Fiori application. Right click, new. You need to select extension project. Select the server, UEFI ABAP repository. So my server is this one, and it is pulling down all the Fiori applications. So it also contains some UEFI application. Basically, it pulls all actually. So approve requisitions, MMPR APV. So click OK. Import original application. Click next. Uncheck this checkbox. So open extension project in the extensibility pane. Anyway, we will do that. So uncheck this checkbox. Click finish. So this is your original project. Hold on a second. It's loading still. Yeah. This has loaded. Extension project is loaded, but main project, let me check. Yeah, so main project also loaded. The project you imported should not be used to download whether it's a builder or fit or not a source code to right. So this is your original project, guys, and this is your extension project. Now remember, the extension project will not contain all the files as that of your original project. The original project contains all the views, so it contains all the controllers, everything. Okay, but your extension project will not contain all these files. So it just contains a index.html component.js. That's it. So otherwise, it doesn't have any views, any controllers. Okay. So why it doesn't have the extension project purpose is only to show those files which you have modified, those views which you have done the extension. So the extension related files only will be present in this particular MMPR APV extension project. Okay, so all the remaining things will be present in your parent project only. And one more thing is, your extension project always refer to the original project for all the original files. Only the extensions that you have made, so for those extension things only, so this will be pointing to your extension project. Okay, so that's the reason in the extension project you doesn't have anything, and in the original project, so you have all the views and controllers, everything. Okay, so this is your original UI5, original standard UI5 project. One second, stuck up. So at this moment, I have a doubt whether this will run or not, because select this. I'm running the extension project. So let me check whether it will give the output or not. If it is not giving any output, then we'll stop the class. It's a new server, right? So I'm just checking. MMPR extension, okay. Yes, user 10. God, come on. Zero data. No data is available. Okay. Why the data is not available? Okay, fine, guys. I will stop here. Okay, and I will just check the So there is another approve purchase order application also. I will check if that is containing data, because without data we can't. So these techniques we can't show. Okay, I will just check and come back. So if you have any questions, you can ask me, and otherwise you can leave for today. We'll meet in tomorrow's class, same time, 6:30. So after this one, standard theory extension. So once we complete standard theory extension topic, so the remaining topics are basis topics, like the theory configuration topics. He start with installation. What are the components to install for gateway components, as well as the uh, the backend components, gateway components, and then the hub architecture, and as well as the embedded architecture. And also he will show you the launchpad setup, so how you need to set up the launchpad. And then standard theory, the standard theory application configuration, as well as your own applications, that is custom theory or custom UEFI application configurations. Okay, and then he will show you some troubleshooting related T codes. So all that stuff so is a part of the basis. Okay, and so mostly once this topic is completed, the next topic itself is, so he will come into picture and he will take care of the rest of the 4 or 5 classes. Okay, so that is basically the down the line. So in our next week your course will get completed. Okay, so I will not be joining in those sessions, so which will be taken care by the Fieri basis trainer. Okay, so his name is Gordon, and he will also take care. He is an expert in all the. So in my company, for all the projects, he only worked. So he only install the gateway server. He will only build the entire server from the scratch. Okay, so if you have any questions related to the components, installations, everything, you can ask him. Okay. Okay, fine, guys. Happy weekend. So enjoy your Sunday, and we'll meet in tomorrow's class, 6:30, same time. Okay, bye.